Thanks, Jonit and Stefan. I loved your last slide because I start with a similar amount of input. Yeah, firstly, I try to share my screen. And as Jonit said, I am Christine, a global business driver for agriculture inside Festo. And yeah, I hope you see my screen properly. It's only Festo on it. Thanks. And as Stefan started, I really want to start as well with a big thank you because it was a beautiful journey. Jonit, Dana, Chen, Eric, I learned a lot. We learned a lot, and we really, yeah, had a great time and exchange. And I think we're getting a little more mechanic here, hardware oriented, because Festo is a automation company from Germany, a family-owned business. We are turning 100 years this year, and we are doing automation traditionally in the indoor area, but as well we are very deep in the milking robot hardware, and as well starting to support the regenerative agriculture. Let me see if that works. So, and one of our pillars of strategy, because as a family-owned business, you kind of have the backbone or the possibilities to support a long-term vision. So, ecological and innovation, we call it. So, just keeping or supporting industries that again support our planet and the development, the ecological development of our planet, of course, is one of our key strategic pillars. And how do we do this? I brought one example here. I said it's going to be a little more hardware. So here we have an example from the Netherlands, the company Andela. So they have a mobile robot, which is of course lightweight. So we reduce soil compaction. It is electric, and as well, of course, it enables to have less or no chemical inputs, as it's weeding on an electrical basis. And we had the possibility to solve their hardware problems by supporting them, and did a lot of engineering with finally servo drive, stepper motors, and gears. So just to give you an idea what we are doing and where we can support. And I want to emphasize as well that really on the journey, I think everyone said that already, so I don't have to repeat it. We had a long list. We had really great startups in that list. And our key challenge, what we posed, was of course a little more physical hardware prone. So we were looking at soil health, carbon sequestration, and then the agriculture interface operations like weeding, picking, and thinning. And then we were as well looking at shading. And here I would like to show you um, the two which were very ambitious, like not ambitious, not the right, but um, they had so much energy, and it was really fun and great to work with these two companies, Robotic Perception and with Yoav. We had a, a very good idea to support carbon sequestration and soil health. We kind of struggled to get the final pieces together. And with Acrophelis from Greece, they really, I don't know how quick they did that. They put together a totally new concept which would fit to Festo in a week or something. So all of them were very enthusiastic and energetic. Yeah, but as everyone here had the same problem, we had to choose at some time, and with the bootcamp we did with 3 companies. And of course, you already heard this. We finally want to do the POC with AgriPass and Liron, and I think I can congratulate this team, and it's really great to work with them. And I want to leave the stage to Liron and give her the opportunity to dive into the details of the company and the POC. Thank you.
Thank you very, very much, Christine and the team. I must say, I think we're the last one or just before the end. So everyone's already said that thanks and for this challenge and for having us, giving us the opportunity to collaborate with a company like Festo. With the headquarters, with the representatives in Israel, we don't take it light, right? This is really something that we took seriously. And I'm happy to say that we were able to do something so substantial that, to see how this can actually integrate with our operations moving forward. So without further ado, let me share my screen and we'll tell you what AgriPass does and how we found a way to collaborate. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Great. So I'd like to introduce you another entity here, AgriPass Track, Robot of Human-Inspired Cultivation. This is what AgriPass is working on. And we spoke heavily about soil disruption and minimal tillage, started from McKinsey to others. AgriPass Rig supports the transition to regenerative ag. We're actually empowering the growers in vegetable open fields by addressing weed control, which is a major problem we will speak about, with minimal tillage and soil disruption, a non-chemical solution with high throughput, with precise, localized, fast action for weed removal and uproot, which is very that replicates the human action. So weeds, and it's also been discussed, pose a major challenge in agriculture. They compete with our food, with the crops, on water, sunlight, and nutrients, and actually threatening yield and profitability. When we speak with growers, we want them, and it's been spoken here as well, we want them to do a clear transition. We want them to adopt new solutions. And the traditional weed control, which been heavily involved with cultivation, we know today that harm the soil ecosystem, and the alternative, which are usually used with chemical and manual labor, bring their own challenges. Weeds are developed resistivity over time, which affects the yield. And unfortunately, the labor, there is a kind of a change of transition, missing labor across the world, and the cost is very high, not to mention the efficiency. What we're trying to do is provide a soil-preserving, low-tillage robotic, which is a solution which is AI-driven, but most importantly is non-chemical and affordable. And this is important because we try to create with Festo something that will be affordable to the end user. And it's inspired by human precise and selective weeding action for minimal soil disruption at a high speed. We call it the adaptive selective tilling solution. Basically, we have an AI system that models the field in real time and distinguishing between the crop but the type of weeds that we have. And tens to hundreds of actuators, imagine like human hands, are actually uproot weeding with minimal soil disruption, making a really small dent in the soil. When we worked with Festo in this challenge, we tried to create an integrated solution between the products that Festo offers, the hardware, to what we had in what you see here is an Alpha 2, and working on the development of our next solutions. And we tried with Tina and with Ram here in Israel to identify the right hardware to use, motors, gears, drivers, and so forth, to define the scope of a pilot, where we're going to do it, how long do we need to do it in order to understand we can actually have this integrated solution, set the bill of materials, because we want to create an affordable solution. We want to use Festo solutions. And so we needed to do this in-depth analysis so we can validate that we have a potential and viable business model for future collaboration also as well. The pilot scope, you see here different crops. We decided to focus on the cold crops and processing tomatoes here in Israel during the summer, which means we need to install the units and upgrade our alpha solution to 2.5 product. And we defined the clear KPIs, first to see that we have an efficient weed control. We can actually uproot the weeds as fast as we need and with close proximity to the crop. And also we are able to uproot various weed type, and that depends on the actuator's work. So I think this summarizes the work that we've done together and how we see Festo working with us. It is different than the other challenges, as we do need to integrate this into our solution. And we found it as a fascinating journey. I must say that the professionalism of the team was very helpful here. They challenged us. It's not just called a challenge, but they challenged us, and it was strategic and mechanical and technical aspect together. And we're very happy for this opportunity. I must say, I give great thanks to the team because you understand there is a multidisciplinary work that's been done here between the pilot formation to the technical aspect, led by Elad, the manual our VP R&D, Ofri, which is our agronomist on team, and Anatoly from the mechanical aspect. They all work together also with Ram and Tina, and here we are. So again, thank you everyone for the opportunity, and we're happy to share more information if needed.